Right, Shalom, want to start as always by giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors, apostle GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. It's got a few headlines I'd like to share with you. Basically, AI stealing jobs, automation, artificial intelligence. This headline here says automation will affect 1 in 5 jobs across the UK. Right, the next one says the reports are in, AI and robots will significantly threaten jobs in 5 years. Goes into a few stats. Another one is, as robots advance, up to 5 in 10 Malaysian jobs are at risk. And I'll read some of this. There's some 18,000 people who lost their jobs in Malaysia in 2015 were from the banking industry due to the introduction of disruptive technology, quote unquote, as Malaysian Employers Federation exec director terms it, basically talking about how this new technology forced a whole load of bankers out of jobs. Goes on to say more layoffs are expected to come, and those at risk are not just workers in the banking industry. More than 70% of all semi-skilled and 80% of all low-skilled jobs are at risk. Right, it's reference Malaysian jobs. What was this? This is another one. Robot invasion of Britain map shows areas most at risk of automation. Right, last one is 72% of Americans believe robots will take jobs in major industries. Now, I like this headline mainly because of what it's talking about here. About how a lot of these bankers gonna be losing their job. Why does that make me happy? Because they're proud as all hell, man. These guys be walking around looking at other people like shit, because they're making £600,000 a year or whatever, what have you, right? But hey, then they're gonna lose their job, and then they'll just be as poor as the rest of us, right? This is Ecclesiastes 12:4 says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, right? So it says when the sound of the grinding is low. She's talking about the work, when there shall be no work. Because the way Esau wants it, such is basically you got the robots doing the work, and then you've got the people just as pure slaves, completely dependent on the system, right? But get Sirach 11:21 says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. Right, so you can look at it from two angles. From on one side, it's like these guys have basically been given their job, given that good old money because that's the Lord, basically set them up to have that role. But then you can also look at it from the other perspective, because it says to make a poor man rich, but on the sudden can make a rich man poor, right? So you got, like I said, you got all of these people in these, in these nice fancy jobs, and really in the low-paid jobs as well. That is something that is said here, right? 80% of all low-skilled jobs, because that's I remember in the States they were all campaigning for $15 an hour. I remember for like the McDonald's jobs, and then McDonald's like, cool, we'll start paying $15 an hour, and then they started introducing a whole load of robots, a whole load of screens, self-service machines. Why? Because they don't need you. They really don't need you, right? Just going back on the pride of these guys, where you got a lot of these jobs going to be taken. It's Proverbs 16:18 says, pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall. Right? Like I said, on my way into work, I see, a lot of these proud fuckers. They live for their career, they're happy, this, that, and the other, but they think this kingdom is going to continue forever, for one, and they're hella proud. But here it is, a robot's going to come in and take their job. Then they're going to be on the picket line like the rest of the majority, man. Right? But then you also got to look at it from this fact that this is the elite's plan. Right? This is what the elites want to do. They want to, like I said, make everyone completely subservient. Right? This is Micah 2, I'm going to start on 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. So woe unto the elites of Esau. Because not making it such that no man can work, no man can fend for themselves. It's making it such that everyone is completely dependent on you. Right, that's an evil work. Right, it says when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Right, so it's basically talking about they'll devise these things in secret, and then after a while they'll start pushing it out. They'll push it out there. Right, and this is one of those things. Every man's supposed to be able to look after himself. Right, which is why the scriptures say. But let me get that. Right, it says Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Now, when Israel are in authority, you ain't gonna have robots, stealing all the jobs. That's why you have slaves. Like we were discussing at the camp yesterday. You have he'll basically in the old world, if you had an Israelite slave, he'll be able to take care of himself after a while and set up his own stuff. Well, but Esau wants you to be a slave forever, a perpetual slave, right? You get this as well. It says Psalm 64:2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Right, this is talking about the Illuminati, man. Right, because they are a secret council and they are of the wicked. And they basically come up with all of these plans, all of this, folly, like I said, to completely enslave the people, the masses. Well, I'm going to end with Matthew 24:22 says, and except those days should be shortened, they should no flesh be saved. Right? Because if Esau was to continue ruling, there would be no flesh to be saved. Yeah, he's trying to do away with man and woman. He's trying to do away with sex. Now, as I was always saying, you should go for that alone. Now you're gonna do that. That's what the Lord said in the beginning. Be fruitful and multiply. Go and have children, man. And children is the pleasure that came with sleep. In fact, it says that in if I'm not mistaken, Wisdom 7. Right. Where does it say? Yeah, it says Wisdom 7, right? And we read verse 2 says, and in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. Now, sex is a pleasurable thing, but he's still trying to do away with it. Right, so with that, Lord's already been edified, and Lord's will be out here soon, man. And if the Lord has whereby a robot takes your job, don't worry, man. Lord will take care of you. Alright, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.